Got a pretty cool video for you here today. Now there's no doubt that some of my most popular videos are my scale videos, whether that's just running through them very quickly through shorts or some of my longer videos actually explaining, what is a C major scale, what is an F major scale. So in that vein today, I'm gonna take you through a 30-minute practice session with the C major scale in first position. This is open C major. Now we're gonna start at a really slow BPM and just gradually build that up, and I'm gonna guide you the whole way. Now this video was actually made for my Patreon, but I wanted to upload it here to show you the kind of things that I'm doing over there. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of guided practice sessions through my Patreon, and a lot of them are going to be available for free. So if you haven't, go ahead and follow me there as well. I have it linked down below. So go ahead and get your guitar and let's go through this practice session together. So let's jump into today's practice video. We are going to be taking an open C major scale, and we're going to be ascending through this and then also descending through this. We're going to click on the metronome and take it from a real slow pace. If you've never done this before, I'm going to see if I can put some chapter markings in here if you want to skip ahead to some more up-tempo versions of this, but we're going to start really slow. We're going to start at about 50 BPM, but to make it even easier, we want each note to ring out for a long time. So we're going to allow 2 clicks of the metronome to go by for each note. So as an example, got the metronome here, 50 BPM. Super slow. I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just run right through it. That open B string. Just like that. And we're just going to ascend for right now. We're not going to worry about descending just yet. Let's get real comfortable at this 50 BPM ascending, okay? So let's do this like 2 times through here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to start on that 3rd fret of the 5th string. Open D, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, open 3, 2nd finger, open 2, 1. Very good, just like that. Okay, we're going to do this one more time through, just ascending. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you're going to find with this is actually that sometimes playing slower is actually even more difficult than playing at a more moderate tempo, because sometimes we want to, our anticipation of that beat, we come in early, we come in late. Really trying to butt those notes up against each other can be a challenging thing. And if you think of a moderate pace, if I'm just going through this, it seems a little more, because the space isn't as long, any errors that may occur won't stick out like a sore thumb because we're already on to the next note, right? So sometimes as we go through this, you're going to find that as we start out at these slow paces, it can actually be even more challenging, okay? So we just did 50 BPM there. I'm going to kick it up to 55 BPM, and we're still doing 2 beats per note, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, finally C again. There we go. Let's count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. So this time we're going to take it both ascending and descending, okay? So maybe we should actually try descending by itself first, okay? So we'll keep it at this 55 BPM, and let's just take it backwards, all right? So we're gonna start at that C on the first fret of the second string, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. C, open B, A, open G, F, E, D, and finally C. Just like that, okay? Now notice as I'm going through this, both ascending and descending, the point here is to try to keep our fingers as close to the fret without being on top of them, at least for the ones that we aren't using at the time, so they are ready to be used, okay? So as I'm going from, let's say, that third fret on that F there, my other fingers are just hanging out here. They're not kicked out like this, all in crazy positions. We want to keep them close so we can use them, okay? So as I go from that F to that E, they're just right there. I lift up and I'm into the next note. And even when I'm playing that open string, it's not like my fingers are jutting out here. I keep them close, okay? So let's keep them close. So this time we are going to go through both ascending and descending. We're still at 55 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Ascending. Open fourth string. E, F, open G, A, B, C. Now we're going to play that C again. C, open B, A, G, F, E, D, then finally C. All right, so let's do this one more time. I'm going to shut up and just let us play through this, okay? So I'm not going to kind of guide us through it verbally. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back down. There we go. C major scale, we're at 55 BPM, ascending and descending. Let's kick it up to 60 BPM. Starting to feel a little quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, then right back down. C, B, A, G, F, E, open D, and finally C. There we go. Let's do it again. I'm going to keep quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. Very good. Okay, so let's kick it up again. For me, this is starting to get, I wouldn't say easy, but easier than those super slow paces, okay? It's starting to feel as those beats come together a little bit. Not having as long of a wait in between beats makes it a little easier. Now, at a certain point, that's not the case anymore. It's just really fast and there's a lot of challenge that comes in. So we are at 65 BPM here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Right back down. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, and finally C. Good, let's do it one more time. I'm going to keep quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Very good. Up to 70 BPM. If at any point you want to keep running these at a certain BPM, just keep bringing the video back a little bit, okay? Take them as many times as you need. Don't think that just because we're doing them only a couple times here that you can just keep on moving on. If you feel like you need to repeat it at that pace, just rewind. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and right back down. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, finally C. Here we go, one more time, I'll keep quiet. 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now remember, even though you find yourself getting better at these quicker paces, when you go to practice it, start from the beginning. Do it really slow again, because what you are doing is allowing yourself, I'm going to stop this, is allowing yourself to build that sense of time. And even me running through this, it makes me think, God, maybe break out that metronome a little bit more and spend some time running through this, because we are trying to really build that internal clock, our internal sense of time. So it's not that we necessarily want to stay the same tempo all the time. Certainly if you're playing with other people or stuff, you know, choruses tend to speed up a little bit, verses are a little bit slower. We have that natural instinct to sometimes speed and slow down what we are doing. Think of classical music even. Why do we have conductors? Because they can help control the dynamic of the music, the tempo of the music. They guide the orchestra to either speed up, slow down, play louder, play softer. So we are trying to be our own conductor here and really build that inner sense of timing so we can choose to speed up and slow down, not just naturally kind of fall into a process of speeding up or slowing down. We want to be able to really feel what we are doing at all times here. Okay, so we're at 75 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Right back down. Very good. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Good. Next up, 80 BPM. As we start to speed up here, there's a point where it doesn't feel like did we really even increase that much speed? You know, sometimes like 65 to 70 feels like a bigger jump than, you know, 75 to 80. But as we approach 100 here, it's going to start to feel faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. There it is. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. Remember, what we are trying to achieve with each pass of this is clarity of the note and for it to ring out as long as possible until the next note starts, all right? So we don't want that staccato feel. We don't want kind of short bursts, at least right now. We want nice legato feel. Let it ring out right into the next note. It's a lot of control there. And so on. So let's kick it up to 85. 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting to feel pretty good. Back down. F, E, D, C. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And good. Up to 90. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. I apologize too, kind of moving around here. I see myself going like playing it, and then I want to lift off my fingers, kind of move. That's just because this is starting to sound musical to me. It's not just, I know it's just a scale upwards and downwards, but the musical sense of it, especially trying to keep in that rhythm of it, it gets me want to kind of move around a little bit, kind of start swaying and stuff. So apologize for that. 1, this is 90, 95. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back down. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And very good. All the way up to 100 here. So certainly getting a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Back down, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Can you start to see where after a while, this is really going to not only get you comfortable with this form, but you're going to know where all of those notes are on the fretboard. Because, you know, you keep calling them out. Sometimes I'll call out the letter name. Sometimes I'll call out the finger that I'm using. Sometimes I'll call it the fret number. All these ways are just different ways to really ingrain in your head not only the shape, the form of what you're doing, but where these notes lie on the fretboard. So now I'm going to bring it back down, okay? We are at 55 BPM, okay? So think of it like this. We were at 100 BPM and giving 2 beats per note that we would strike, right? 2 clicks. So we're gonna move it back down to 55, and now it's just going to be, we are going to strike every beat. So we're really going faster than we were at that 100 BPM because we are only allowing 1 click to pass, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and back down. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and good. Let's move it up to 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, and C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Back down. At this point, up to 65, I've only been doing down picks. But you might want to go through this video again and do all up picks. Like this. All ups on each one. Scales can also be a great tool for your picking hand. And as we start to speed up here, even at this tempo here, we can start to do some alternate picking. Some down, up, down, up, down, up, and so forth. So we're at 65. I'm going to continue on with all the down strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, and C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Back down. Let's do it again. 2, 3, 4. Good. Up to 70. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And very good. 75. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2, 3, 4, and good. 80 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and good. Getting up there. 85. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one, 2, 3, 4, and good. 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one, 2, 3, 4, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and good. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back down. Good. 95. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one, 2, 3, 4, and one, 2, 3, 4, and one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and good. Up to 100 BPM. This is going to be our last one. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and back down. Again. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so at the end of the day, we got to about from a really slow pace up to this, which is a good moderate pace. We're not, just yet, right? We will get there. But if you've never played a scale before, if you're just learning your scales, this is how you approach practicing them. You take them incrementally to higher tempos, right? Start at a very slow tempo and gradually work your way up. When you get to that higher tempo. Once you graduate to 100 BPM and you're graduating to 150 BPM, you're not done. It doesn't mean that you no longer need to play 80 BPM. It just means that you are starting to get more of a handle on the timing of things, okay? But make sure you go back to those slow paces and learn how to really feel what a slow beat feels like as well, okay? So I hope that you found this kind of video helpful. I have a lot more of these types of videos coming to Patreon. I'll probably be running some polls and stuff as to which scales you guys want to see and what practice sessions, other types of practice videos that we could work on together. So thank you so much for following me on Patreon. I have a lot more practice videos on the way, so keep an eye out for those, and I'll see you in the next one.